In 2022, I watched Wild Search Gaming's video on why Back 4 Blood wasn't the Left 4 Dead 3 gamers wanted. I thought it was a very interesting and in-depth video, and I highly recommend it. It may be 3 years old at this point, but it's still mostly relevant. After I watched it, I really didn't think much of the game and went on with my life. 3 years later, my friend Daniel brought the game up again, listing why it was shit again. The game went on sale for £9 for the Ultimate Edition on Steam, and I got curious. Before I start, I want to roll some things here. If you don't know what Back 4 Blood is, it is a 2021 co-op survival zombie game made by Turtle Rock Studios, who are from the creators of Left 4 Dead, which was complete horseshit. It's not the best game, and I wanted to see if this game was really as bad as everybody was saying online. Now, yes, I am a bit of a Left 4 Dead 2 fanboy, and for this video I'll actually try not to compare this game to Left 4 Dead 2 too much, as I want to attempt to evaluate this game on its own merit. I completely trust the sentiment for the subreddit section later on, of which, oh, you'll see soon. Also, so I don't annoy any patriotic Back 4 Blood defenders. Man, what would make this video different from the others that have already trashed this game into complete pieces? Also, why did you two keep on playing it? First off, absolutely fucking nothing. I just want to make fun of this poopy game because it's genuinely funny how bad this game gets at times. For why we kept playing it, I don't know. 15th of March 2025, our adventure for this game began. Now, Daniel already played this game before I did, and in fact just quit the game right on the last level because he, quote, was so fucking bored. That just made my excitement for this game skyrocket even further. I am a masochist. There are several game modes: Campaign, Trials of the Worm, and Swarm PvP. Swarm PvP is the Left 4 Dead 2 versus equivalent. No one plays this mode. Not a single soul. We searched for 20 minutes, nada. From the footage I've seen, it looked like complete garbage anyway. Right now, let's focus on the campaign. There are 4 acts, 6 if you include the DLCs. After 80 hours in this game, here's how it went. At first, I was a little confused. There are 12 survivors, DLC included. Oh, sorry, I meant cleaners. And the zombies? Nah, bro, they're ridden. I hate when any type of zombie media don't call it survivors and zombies. Like, bro, cleaners is such a cringe name, I'm sorry. Well, what cleaner could I pick? I quickly chose Walker because I just didn't want to waste any time. You know how in Left 4 Dead you just pick the character, you're like, nah, go fuck yourself. I couldn't even remember what deck I had for Walter. I mean, Walk. Oh, speaking of decks, this game has a card system where you can build decks with up to 15 cards to better suit a particular playstyle. Although I find this to be a bit convoluted, it really isn't that bad since you could just build a cheese deck and skip for this entire game. My favourite decks are this one where I reduce trauma as much as possible, I'll get to that in a second, and this talented build that absolutely shreds Ribbon. Characters in this game are so boring with near zero personality to them. The voice lines are so cringe. I'm beginning to look like more of a butcher than a doctor.
I hate you.
Not far now. Can almost smell the coffee. Barely pulled through.
Oh my god, bro, shut the fuck up. Bro smells the coffee like. There's a fucking zombie apocalypse going on and she's worried about coffee.
Oh my god. I'm actually considering just muting my game audio altogether.
The only line I liked was Doc shouting, "What the fuck?" Because the funny Family Guy meme. Every other lines from the characters are so annoying. I'm going to explode if I hear Talis shout, "Goal of keep bleeding" one more goddamn time. Furthermore, they're all just so ugly, except for Sharice. God, imagine her oiled up. The only characters I actually give a shit about were Doc with a good health build that gives everyone in the team more health efficiency. Hoffman, since he gives himself an extra offensive slot and also isn't an annoying character surprisingly. Hala with a cheesy LMG bleed build, and Sharice gives the team extra temporary health, which is a godsend. Everyone else is just meh. Dan the Prophet giving team effects when you revive someone seems cool, but of course the execution sucks ass and it barely helps. Alright, let's get into this game and shoot some ridden Before I go into my problems with this game, I want to mention the positive attributes I had with this game overall. I like that there's crossplay. Always nice to see a multiplayer game with crossplay, especially because I can use my mouse so I can actually aim at shit since I'm awful at joystick gaming. Another big positive for me is that only one person in the squad needs to have the DLCs installed for them to activate. Even if you don't have the DLC, but someone else does, you will be able to enter the Ridden Hives and play Act 5 and 6, which is actually nice to see. If only the DLC acts were good. You, however, cannot play as DLC characters, which is not really a loss, really. In terms of actual gameplay, revives aren't interrupted when a comet hits you, which is awesome, since it would not be possible if there were 500 billion Ridden on your anus at once.
You can probably run back with a stout.
Or I can just get into the rip.
See, for your big analysis, just walk her.
Yeah.
And just retarded ass make it. No fucking way.
You're gonna have to clutch this, by the way.
Why? What happened?
Everyone's dead.
What the fuck? I just can't hear you!
Oh my fuck. Can you get past the hallway by the end of tonight?
I'm dead.
Sleeper there.
What the fuck? Like, I just genuinely can't fucking... I can't compete with this game.
And that's it for the positives. Time to go into the many issues with this game. My first big problem was already starting to show, which is that everything blends in.
Everything just fucking blends in. I'm leaving it to the boss to ping all the important shit. Like, I can't even let it.
The environment, the cleaners, the Ridden, the gas cans, the mutations, the fucking birds. Oh, sorry, Dad, I just shot the birds again from halfway across the fucking map. It was so hard to individually distinguish what was on screen. Speaking of, the special infected in this game are super weird. There's like 18 special infected, but actually 4 of them have different variations, which look near the exact same. Is that a tall boy coming over? Or is it a bruiser? Crusher? Fucking Ripper? I don't know, they look nearly the fucking same. Same goes for the Reeker types, Stinger types, and Sentinel types. Speaking of specials, I forgot to mention the bosses. The Breaker, the Ogre, and the Hag.
What the fuck?
Thanks, Jim.
Went through the door!
The Breaker is the Left 4 Dead tank equivalent, sort of. Technically, the Ogre is the tank equivalent since he moves slow and throws meatballs at you. But the Breaker is more closer in size. The Breaker sucks. He has only 3 moves, but for the longest time, we thought he only had 2 moves, because, you know, he would only do 2 fucking moves.
The gun is making like a tiggy sound.
I just got an achievement for making a Breaker hurt itself.
Hi! It does 2 fucking moves!
One of them being his leap and the other where he charges at you. And for some bizarre reason, Turtle Rock thought it was a great idea to add a Fortnite storm during the boss battle. Why? Oh, I get it, it's to prevent the players from just running away, but that doesn't make sense because the Breaker could just use his many 3 moves to catch up with you if he did that anyway. Imagine if the Left 4 Dead tank had a fucking Fortnite storm. It would be annoying, wouldn't it? Then comes the Ogre, a boss so hilariously pathetic, it actually just makes me sad. He's gigantic, but ironically this makes him less threatening and just more of a nuisance to kill. You can't even burn him by throwing a Molotov on him. Come on! The absolute worst offender of the Ogre, being a garbage boss, is this, happening during the Skull mission in Act 3.
Oh shit. Hold on, he's gotta throw the meatball and then he gets stunned. What the fuck?
I stunned him.
He picked you up backwards.
I just
Probably gonna kill you. I don't think I can go near you, else you're fucked.
oh my fucking god. The animations of the Ridden are so bland and static. Gone are the days of animations that actually react to what you do. Now it's just the same static animation over and over again. They also have no ragdolls, which just makes the gameplay so lifeless. Especially if you have to like board up the windows or go save these people in this garage. The shop. These gameplay elements are just so boring, especially that church one where you have to board up the windows. Ugh. The gunplay in this game is not very good. The big badass weapons like the RPK should be satisfying to kill, but are really not. The RPK is too slow, but I still used it if I didn't have the LMG. Shotguns have barely any goddamn ammo. Who the hell came up with the idea that the base shotgun should carry 3 bullets? You're reloading more than you're actually shooting and killing Ridden. Same goes for the Scar, which has 20 bullets by default. I'm not even going to talk about the other weapons in this game because the only ones you should give a shit about are the LMG with an extended mag, so you can shoot for more than 2 seconds, and that's it. The LMG is the only decent weapon in this entire game. Maybe the RPK, but the LMG is faster. If you can't find a mag that makes the RPK go faster, you can use it. The LMG is still better. Another problem that instantly got brought up was the health and trauma system. Look at this clip. Daniel is about to heal me since he's the doc, and she has the best healing efficiency. I want you to guess how much HP I'm about to get, keeping this information in mind.
Oh, I can heal you. Hold on.
Thanks, Doc.
There you go. 7 whole fucking HP, bro. You're welcome.
Thanks, Doc.
This game is so shit.
Objection!
Trauma is a system in this game where your maximum health gets reduced every time you take damage. This is supposed to punish cleaners who recklessly take damage. This is a complete load of shit, because even if you're all cooperating and take your sweet ass time, you will always get trauma. You can remove trauma through many ways, but the best way is either a first aid cabinet or a first aid with a grade rarity of above. Yes, there is a rarity system in this game. What is this, Borderlands? But most of the time, you need temporary health, like taking normal pills, which doesn't remove trauma, but just gives you extra temporary health. Fuck this mechanic so much. Every single playthrough I did, I would always gain like 50% trauma, or worse, I'm at 40 HP maximum. A lot of our deaths in this game have been due to trauma and other garbage, as well as the AI director deciding that more than 4 special effects at a time during a horde in a tight space was a good idea. But as of right now, I was actually having a good time. Not because of the game being good, but because of how this game was so bad that it was actually becoming funny. I wasn't getting angry, yet. On the mission, a clean sweep, I would get a sweet taste of my regular encounters within this game. Horde trigger events. The birds, alarmed doors, and alarmed cars are among my biggest enemies of this entire game. Ironic of a game where you kill zombies. Here's a mini compilation just to show you how dog shit these playmates are. I
turned the saturation up. I don't think it fucking did anything. Why am I not surprised?
There's birds there, are you fucking serious?
Way to go, John.
John,
Reporter.
There's birds. That's just my car equivalent for this. Just birds. I just shot the fucking gun. I think this is...
sucks it back for blood, for real.
We're nearing a horde, mandatory horde event because we waited too long. Where the fuck were the birds? Where? Where? Fucking... Oh yeah, sorry, I just shot the one car out of the many cars that had a fucking alarm. Sorry about that.
Extra solid.
What the fuck? Yeah, make sure when you stun the ogre you don't go near him or he'll grab you backwards.
He'll grab you with his strong ass cheeks and
he'll grab you with his gigantic penis.
Oh no. So that's what the foreskin's for.
Yeah, wow.
His penis must be gigantic. I know how I was saying I would have bought the DLC, but I was hell no after playing it. Hell no. What fucking car alarm?
Was there a car? Oh my god.
I shot the wall!
Damn, that's over.
No, I ain't clipping that. I shot the fucking thing on the wall. I know how I was saying I would have bought the DLC, but I was hell no after playing it. Hell no. What fucking car alarm? Oh no, another rapist. I think they call them.
Yeah, that's just their canon name. Where? Donald, can you actually tell me where the birds were?
Nope. Nobody can. It's.
What? Okay, this is always gonna be very coherent. Okay. Oh, sorry, Daryl. I just shot the birds again from halfway across the fucking map.
Oh my god.
In the morning.
What? Oh, I thought it was moving.
That has just been sad. Also, I can't believe I shot the birds from it. Alright, that was the birds and cars. Now let's play a game of Where's That Security Door?
You revive them, then they get up.
Can you see where the door is? Right here. Fuck right off. Can you see where the door is? Right here. I'm sorry, are you serious? Can you see where the door is? Right there. Oh, I shot the. Oh my fucking god, this compilation. This compilation is gonna be so hard. I shot the Reeker and the bullets went through the Reeker to the fucking door over there. Fuck off, dude.
Intel, get your intel. Oh my intel. Oh my intel. Over here, run on.
Fuck. What?
I think we should get in the hive, to be honest.
Just get in the hive. Can you see where the door is? No, of course you can. I couldn't even fucking see the door. Where's the door in this fucking clip? Where is it? Where is it? I won't bother talking about our veteran playthrough too much because it was just so bad that it was just funny. The levels are too long and claustrophobic. The finales are just and the pus and fire ridden could go suck my dick. The 3 main acts are pretty long and depending on the difficulty it can take multiple hours. Act 1 being the longest out of all of them. In fact, it's abnormally long. This act could take up to 5 hours depending if you do the higher difficulties or not. Why is the beginning act so damn long? Personally, I feel like it should be a shorter, tight experience. Okay, maybe not more tight since the level's already damn too cramped. That gets new players a feeling on what to expect for this game. Having Act 1 be so long just drains you by the time you finish it. We beat the ugly ass abomination at Act 4, which is just one level for some reason, and that was that. Back for Blood on Veteran. A game so bad that it was actually pretty funny sometimes. Until we did Nightmare difficulty. But first, DLC maps. They're not good. My friend Daniel jokingly said that they were going to be worse than the main map somehow. I wish he wasn't joking. Tunnels of Terror introduces 2 new cleaners, I hate that word, cleaners. Fucking cleaners. Hang, who spawns more food in the world, amazing character trait, and Sharice. Ridden hives are underground sections that you can enter, and honestly, they're not too bad. Mainly because if you beat it, it skips the levels, so use this whenever you get a shitty level like Heralds of the Worm Part 1, which is the 3rd instance of them using this one specific Fort Hope level. Why did Turtle Rock use this level 3 times? This particular one sucks because you get a huge ass horde, an annoying ogre and breakers to beat. Was there breakers? I've already forgotten. However, if you're lucky, you can just run past everyone and get into a Ridden Hive to beat the level. Splendid. The Ridden Hives are alright, but fuck the Pus Hive one. That one could just... You can get warped chests that give you sweet loot, but at a cost like increased trauma or slower reload speeds. If you're lucky enough, you can find an even deeper Ridden Hive called the Inner Lair. You use C4s to blow open gates and either get some loot, or you have to find one of the 3 bosses. This lair was nearly fun. It would have been if this was a good game. The biggest issue with the DLC maps is the pacing. In Act 5 you have to find parts to repair the boat in the first level. This brings the level to a screeching halt as you have to travel for what seems like forever to grab these parts for the boat. This didn't help the fact that we got a hunger corruption card, so we had to not only find these parts, but find fucking pieces of food to stop us from getting hungry. Why in the absolute hell is there a hunger system in a zombie co-op game? This isn't like an open world survival zombie game, this is a damn Left 4 Dead style game. Imagine if Left 4 Dead 2 had a hunger system! This DLC introduced Dan the Prophet as said earlier. The unique part about him is that he's Irish, so don't get into a car when you're near him. The levels in Act 5 and 6 are just so boring and tedious to play. Especially the Act 5 finale where you have to set off bombs and escape. Normally that would be exciting, but it's somehow not. Act 6 is just so numbingly boring that I just don't even want to talk about it. The final boss is just so disappointing to play and piss easy as you just shoot rocket launchers at it in a stadium. The DLCs being boring isn't the worst part about it. Dan is boring, but whatever, like, this DLC expansion introduces one of my biggest enemies of the game, the cultists. Yes, I would like human enemies in my co-op zombie game. Sounds great. Snipers? Yup. Prison guards that delete your entire health if they slash you for 2 seconds? Sounds awesome. Bow users and pus flingers that alert a horde when they throw a pus jar at you? Just take my fucking money now. The cultists ruins this game even further somehow. Even if you don't have the DLCs, Turtle Rock decided that it would be so cool and funny if they hard-coded the enemies into Nightmare and No Hope difficulties. I'll get to that when I start talking about our experiences with Nightmare difficulty. In fact, I'll do that right now. This is where shit really hits the fan. This game goes from so bad that it's funny to just abysmal dog shit. This is the section where I really start to nitpick all the problems I have with this damn game. The main one? Artificial difficulty. Higher difficulty levels do make a game harder, no shit, but it should accomplish it in a way that still feels fair to the player. This game says, go fuck yourself, have a burger and an ogre at the same time, you bitch.
You're going to die.
Maybe.
What the fuck?
There's 3.
There's 3 of them!
No, 2. The others are Rico.
There's 3 total though.
Alright. What the No, it's over. Something I forgot to mention earlier is the corruption card system. This is a feature where before you start a level, there will be a random selection of cards that will hinder you during the level. The higher the difficulty, the more harder cards you get. Essentially, not only do you have to worry about the bullet sponge enemies taking forever to kill because their weak spots are smaller than my fucks given for the upcoming sequel, but now you have to worry about RNG screwing you over because the game decided that you are now hungry. I never wanted to kill myself so badly than when I got the 60 HP max corruption card. If we ever got the misfortune of the 60 HP card, the run was practically over. On the Act 1 finale on Nightmare difficulty, the finale goes from slightly annoying to a fucking disaster. Remember the shitty cultists from earlier? They now spawn normally, whereas before it would just be dead silence. No redden whatsoever. They never stop spawning. And the finale hasn't even started yet. We had a fucking conniption with this finale. The slashers just completely deleting your health before you even get a chance to start the finale. It's so beyond stupidity that I'm shocked this wasn't ever addressed when the cultists were added. But that's okay, we'll just keep restarting the finale until we... Turtle Rock, in their infinite wisdom, decided to implement a garbage continue system. This is where you get a limited amount of retries until the run is over and you must start from the beginning again. Unless you were lucky enough to unlock a checkpoint, of which on Nightmare it was the final chunk of Act 1 being on bad seeds. If there were no checkpoints in this game, and we had to retry Act 1 from the beginning every single time, I would have uninstalled this game, and never touched it again. Do you want to know what the worst part is? This isn't even my biggest issue with the Act 1 finale. If you go down on the Act 1 finale on Nightmare, which you will, the corruption cards actually get bugged according to this redditor. There is a bug with this level. It happened to us. If you fail on the bug triggers, then at every subsequent attempt, all those corruption cards trigger from the start instead of throughout the level. We had to abandon the run at retry, then we did a second go and no hope. I just... What? Thankfully, some absolute saint on the Back 4 Blood subreddit showed this technique where if you stand at this one specific part and look left to right while jumping, it prevents 99% of the spawns. The result speaks for itself.
Look at me.
The picture actually worked. Do we have to kill him now?
Oh, I don't have the health for this. We did it! Yes! Oh my fucking god!
That's the spawn fucking worked.
Glaze that guy up, John, bro. Buy him reticle.
This is getting clipped. This is getting clipped.
Oh my god. Holy fuck, man. Okay, I'm deleting the game. For fuck's sake.
Thank you, Raracon, for this fucking silly ass method, but hey, it worked. Now, Madman, is this a bug or actually just an attempted feature? Well, on this thread of someone questioning the infinite horde and Sound of Thunder, one of the Turtle Rock devs said, if there's a constant mutation / call to spawning still happening before the how can I not say that word, man? What the fuck? Howard's first shot goes off. Then I say that's a bug. It was literally addressed, and instead of fixing it, they decided to do fuck all for 4 months and then killed support for this game. Go fuck yourself, Turtle Rock. Alright, since I don't want this video to be 3,000 hours long, I'm going to speedrun my list of nearly every other problem I have with this awful game. The ping system sucks and is so specific that you can't ping easily. Worst defender being the birds, of which you have to look slightly above the birds to ping them. Not directly, slightly above. The lackluster music. I only remember the title screen and some drums mid-game, and also that little thing that plays when the hag spawns. But again, it's so faint that I just barely hear it. When you select a burn card, you cannot change it after the fact, so if you accidentally pick the wrong card, go fuck yourself. You can't ask for ammo. In fact, there is no vocalizer system in this game like in Left 4 Dead 2, a game from 2009. No mod support. Sort of. The GUI slows you down as well as reloading. You cannot manually turn on the flashlight. This game decides when it turns on or not. The Act 3 Dr. Rogers Mansion finale fucking sucks balls. I hate this finale so much. This shit was not play tested. Constant hordes, prison guards, and a giant ogre make this an absolute slog to play, especially on the higher difficulties. 100% worse than the Act 1 finale, since you could just beat that usually within 2 tries, and also with that cheese method for the Redditor. But with this, it's never the first try. It's always at least 4 to 5 tries until we beat it. You better hope you have the Helgen weight burn cards. You can barely fucking move when you're being hit from the Ridden. You can't even tell when you're being hit half the time because there's no screen flinch. You can't even tell which cars are alarmed or not, since the alarm light takes 5 years for it to blink. Medkits are just useless unless you have trauma resistance or you have a good dock build. There is a sad lack of dismemberment for the Ridden. So boring. Touching just 1mm of shallow water can kill you on this specific level.
Bullets.
Oh.
You're fucking joking!
What the fuck?
I fell like half a centimeter there. Right, fuck off, man. This game is dog shit.
You have to pay to remove the attachments, or you find an attachment that replaces the asset slot. The copper system sucks, and you always seem to run out when you need to buy the important shit. You can't even see how far you're in the act during a level. That really stupid hanging animation when you revive and then they get up. The stupid ass bots. Sometimes they just do nothing and stare at you, or worse, they stare at you with a medkit in their hands. They're still somehow worse than the Left 4 Dead bots. But man, play online. We did. The people either suck or they randomly inevitably quit, leaving us with the bots anyway. Ironically, we found the game to be harder with actual flesh and blood humans than the idiotic bots. The fucking beep 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 when someone is being hawked to it.
Oh.
That's what we call it when we get spot on from the... is it the hawker? Or is it the... There are also no voice lines to indicate being stuck or any form of music. Just a beep 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 and an indicator of, oh, this player is stuck, help him. So stupid. Bullet sponge enemies. I put near 100 bullets into a fucking tall boy and he was still alive. Yes, it wasn't at the weak spot, mainly because the weak spots are so small and out of sight most of the time they approach you. But what the fuck? Really good. Hello, can you die, please?
My response.
120 bullets? Are you fucking serious?
Alright, come outside, remember you can.
He's touching me in the bathroom. He's
Oh.
Are you fucking serious? Sharice is annoying.
Got real good at using my hands.
So, how'd you go from that to becoming a firefighter?
Both are in my blood. But I wanted to save people more than I wanted to save things.
Oh my god, I'm gonna shove my dick down her throat after she stops talking. I actually genuinely fucking hate her.
But Daniel, the
It's so smug and cocky.
But Daniel, the extra 25% trauma resistance.
I feel traumatized listening to her. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, bro.
Bear traps. Are you? No fucking way. There's a bear trap in the water. No fucking way. What the fuck? The pus ridden and festering ridden takes all of your health, no matter what. When you don't look at the ridden, they get a speed boost? This absolutely baffled us when we discovered that. You cannot sidestep the attacks from the special ridden in this game. You can't. You can't. Trials of the Worm is decent, I guess. You go through 4 levels of your picking while setting the difficulties to get high scores. But the corruption cards can get really bad sometimes. 4 bruises, 2 breakers, an ogre and a pus are freshly ridden with hunger and 60 HP corruption cards at the same time. Sounds fun. You can turn off the little Black Betty jukebox song that copyrighted everyone, and you could even turn it off. Blood can get all over your weapon and characters so you can barely see the skins that you can unlock. Bots, for some reason, consistently ping the gas cans and the propane tanks for some reason. And finally, there is a sad lack of a Doc, Hoffman and Sharice bikini skin. And that's it for the list. Do you want to know what's worse than a nightmare? Having no hope. No hope is the highest difficulty in campaign, and it fails at a fundamental level. This difficulty is completely broken, and it's painfully obvious that Turtle Rock didn't even playtest it. I won't go too deep in this difficulty mode, because why should I care about this unbalanced broken mess when Turtle Rock didn't? Basically, more and harder corruption cards, Ridden can give more damage, and usually 2 bosses at the same time. God help you if you get a Breaker and an Ogre at the same time. That's all, go fuck yourself. And now, quite possibly, the saddest part of this entire game, which isn't the game itself, but something far worse. It's subreddit. This is the saddest subreddit I've ever been on, is what I would say if I didn't visit r/Forspoken. The gameplay is one of the best I've ever experienced. I think I'm done. This might be a strange opinion, but that's my thought after playing the demo. Running around, fighting and casting spells is really fun and smooth on the performance mode. Although I will not be buying the game at day one, but it's definitely on my
Of course it's going to be fucking smooth on the performance mode. Oh my fucking god. That's the point of performance mode. To be smooth.
But Daniel, the gameplay is one
God. What the fuck?
Daniel, the gameplay is one of the best I've ever experienced.
Oh my god, these graphics are fucking crazy on graphical mode. No fucking way! Fucking hell, bro. That just proves these people aren't real.
It is actually insane just how delusional these people are. Since these people bought the game at full price of release, they had to gaslight themselves into thinking that their purchase was justified and that this game is an underappreciated, overhated masterpiece, and anyone who says otherwise is just a brain-dead Left 4 Dead fanboy. If you dare even criticize the game, even with fair criticism, their immediate defense is that you're just a nostalgic Left 4 Dead fanboy, you don't have enough awareness going on, you're just bad at the game, and Krupka fucked my mom. There is not a feeling that brings me more cringe than seeing that awful quit having fun meme that gets used every time a shitty broken game comes out, and I am tired of it. Stop using this meme template, please. Let me give you a highlight of the most copious subreddit I've ever been on, and I've been on r/Silksong. Before I start, do not harass these people, because if you do, then you deserve to waste your money on Back 4 Blood 2, which, let's be honest, it's going to be around £65 to £70 to the greedy fucks. Back 4 Blood has more replayability. Left 4 Dead 2 doesn't. It's mostly dependent on community made maps, which is a good thing, because mod support? He also mentioned that Globtastic is hard for casuals. If you don't know what that is, it's a series of intentionally hard maps, aka troll campaigns. Then don't play the troll campaigns, mate. Play the plentiful of normal custom campaigns, you idiot! Someone gave a good first impression of this game. Of course, OP's major mistake was that any redditors were actually going to read it. Or if they did read it, they would just ignore it and call anyone either fanboys or just bad at the game. So glad for these white knights in shining armor, protecting the Turtle Rock glory. So inspiring and touching. Your first mistake is comparing this game to Left 4 Dead. From the creators of Left 4 Dead. 4 survivors, zombie setting, special infected, point to A to B objectives. How the fuck can you not compare these two? How do these people sleep at night? I'm surprised they even know how to sleep. This thread is a meme about the stupid ass security doors that you always seem to trigger despite it being halfway across the continent, and the bullets penetrating the Ridden and hitting the doors. Now, is this bad game design perhaps? You and everyone else complaining about a legitimate mechanic is bullshit is some immature ass whiny kid shit. I get it. You fuck up and shut the doors. I want the fucking devs to give the game mechanic to accommodate for your incompetence and lack of awareness. I just don't understand how a common response in the sub is something in the background said, how could I have known about it? Open your fucking eyes and look ahead of your target. If the fog stops shooting where the bullet trajectory is into something you can't see. Sorry, but fuck no. Go grab some recruiter. I'm the coach, and the coach knows best. No, of course not. It's not obviously bad game design, you stupid idiot. It's actually your fault since you're just incompetent and you lack awareness. Because I am somehow supposed to unlock the force to force field where the security doors are going to be at every fucking level. Remember, the security doors aren't static and put in place. They are RNG set by the ass AI director. And sometimes, even if I was having awareness, I wouldn't even know where the security doors are. Fuck. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe if I just opened up my fucking eyes, what's jazzle and jaddles, I would have saw the non-existent security door in this clip. This comment may be 3 years old, but fuck off. Thought that was idiocracy? I just saved the best two for last. In the quit having fun thread, which always ends up in a nice, respectable comment section with no flame wars, we see this absolute shit kick of a gem. I'm gonna get hate for this, but I always felt like the personalities of the Left 4 Dead characters never amounted to anything more than stereotypes. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but they all only have a couple of personality traits to work with. I don't find the Back 4 Blood characters all that different in that regard. The issue is that there's just not enough dialogue to properly explore these personalities and how they play off each other. Thanks. People hype the whole personality up so much as if it was supposed to be a TV series. It's not. We don't get character arcs or character/interpersonal relationship developments that require fleshing out the personality aspect of the characters. Characters aren't given choices that would affect their psyche throughout the game, like in The Walking Dead video game. The Walking Dead. Oh. No, I knew it was coming, but it still fucking got me. Characters aren't given choices that would affect their psyche throughout the game, like in The Walking Dead video game. It is a game where you get gun, shoot zombie, throw a bomb. In fact, beyond Gary's mod videos, which you spelled Gary wrong, I can hardly remember the character traits from Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, in as much as people wanted to make such a big deal out of it. Characters aren't given choices that affect their psyche throughout the game, like in The Walking Dead video game. First of all, Telltale Games, L Studio. Your choices don't actually fucking matter. Well, they did give us micro story mode, so scared. Maybe it wasn't all bad.
Scariest stories. I wasn't scared of anything. That was until I met the scary man.
Next of all, it's a fucking co-op shooter game where you get guns, shoot zombies, throw bomb. What do you mean characters aren't given choices that affect their psyche throughout the game? What the fuck? Imagine if there was a dialogue option where you told Coach that you wouldn't try and see if there was a leftover bacon cheeseburger lying somewhere in Tank Burger and Hard Rain, and then the notification popped up of Coach will remember that. Jesus tap dancing fucking Christ, no wonder you deleted your account. This is fucking embarrassing. And I'm not done. In fact, beyond Gary's mod videos, I can hardly remember the character traits from Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, in as much as people wanted to make such a big deal of it. Sad thing is that this stupid statement isn't exclusive to this deleted Redditor comment. And if you actually played the game, which these people haven't, there is a campaign called The Sacrifice where Bill and Zoe have a falling out as their main goal is to just leave society and just go live in an island.
Zoe, I know you're mad at me.
I really don't want to hear it.
Zoe, listen. The four of us are all that matters now.
Bill, I'm not ready to give up on everything yet.
Of course, these interactions between the survivors and the safe from each level hit harder when you know what actually happens in the ending. This one campaign and its interaction is infinitely more memorable than whatever the fuck the Back 4 Blood people were talking about the entire game.
Lost my toothbrush out there. Anyone lend me theirs? Anyone? Fine, I see how it is. No one wants to share? I'll remember that.
But of course, I'm actually wrong, as people acting like Left 4 Dead characters were actually good, when they were bland stereotypes as well. The 6 people who upvoted this comment need to get their brains scanned. As we all know, the Back 4 Blood characters are so good and there's so much character traits. In fact, let me go through them all, just to prove the point. Walker, has a miner's hat. Evangelo has funky hair. Doc, what the fuck? Who's ready for open heart surgery? What the fuck? Who's ready for open heart surgery? What the fuck? Open heart surgery? What the fuck? Open heart? Holly's, mom is old. Hoffman is the same voice actor as Rigby.
Dude, how do you feel?
And a conspiracy theorist. Jim, Charlie is moody, and definitely had a Tumblr account in 2014. Dan the Prophet is Irish. Hang makes more food spawn in the world. Sharice is annoying. Tala, gore encore, keep bleeding, gore encore, keep bleeding, gore encore, keep gore encore, keep bleeding, gore on, keep gore, please. Clearly the characters are so much better and have more personality and more memorable character traits, unlike the cringe Left 4 Dead bland stereotypes in those Gmod videos. Fuck off! This doesn't even help the fact that this game is so fucking long and everything is so in your face that you don't even listen and pay attention to the exposition dumps that the Back 4 Blood characters give. Christopher Nolan reference. And even if you do, it's garbage and lifeless. Honestly, Left 4 Dead 2 didn't have any soul either. Yeah, I have nothing for this one, just actually seek professional help. Now, everything you just read was completely idiotic, filled up to the brim with cope and consumer mentality at its finest. These all may be years ago, and it's funny that I'm getting mad at them now, but it doesn't change the fact that these comments actually do exist, and people still think this way in the subreddit today. That doesn't even compare to this absolute beauty of the next thread title. Buckle your seatbelts and prepare yourself for absolute peak. Just played Left 4 Dead again. I was wrong. Back 4 Blood is much better. Left 4 Dead had no progression, no weapon attachments, no weapon tiers, no buffs, less maps, less characters, no incentive to help teammates, no ping or way to communicate with no mic. I was defiantly viewing Left 4 Dead through rose-tinted glasses. I actually respect this, once again, deleted Redditor's account for this amazing post title. Statements as retarded as these aren't made, they're crafted, delicately forged with intense care and focus. Every word of what you just said was fucking wrong. Let's break this down to see why this might be the most idiotic thing I've ever read on the subreddit. Left 4 Dead had no progression. Oh, I'm sorry, did beating Dark Carnival and Expert Realism didn't give you XP to unlock the next character skin in the battle pass? Progression doesn't always mean that, you know. If you go through a chapter, guess what? You're progressing the campaign. God! No weapon attachments. Okay, sure, you're right, but I don't know how that makes Left 4 Dead 2 bad. Also, you're wrong. The laser sights. Sure, it's the only one weapon attachment, but you're still wrong about the no weapon attachments. No weapon tiers. How is that a bad thing? You pick the gun you need and shoot in Back 4 Blood. Ooh, I want this RPK, but the shotgun is a higher rarity and better stats. Also, yes, there are tiers in the fucking game. Tier 1 weapons, Tier 2 weapons. Oh, of course, that doesn't matter because they're not fucking purple and green. No buffs. The adrenaline. Less maps. Bro, there are 27 maps total for all Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns, including DLC and The Last Stand. There is a total of 30 maps for Left 4 Dead 2, including DLC, and yes, even a cold stream, of which, hot take, is severely overheated. Not a great campaign, but I actually wouldn't mind playing it, especially after playing Back 4 Blood. That brings us to a total of 57 maps. For Back 4 Blood, with all the DLC, there is a total of 44 maps, and that doesn't even count the Left 4 Dead survival maps, of which now it would bring the total to 120 maps. I'll leave it up to you if you want to actually count the survival maps. And that doesn't even account for Back 4 Blood actually reusing levels, like this one for Horde 1 that they use 3 different times. So really, it's 40 unique maps, or even less characters. As stated earlier, having more characters doesn't always mean better, and the cringe-inducing dialogue and lifeless personalities actually show. No incentive to help teammates. Sure, you can just go rush and leave your teammates behind, Nick Mean's reference. Just don't start crying when the director fucks you over with Special Infected and a Horde. Also, you can give your teammates pills, adrenaline, heal them, and of course you will need to take out the Special Infected whenever they attack one of your squad members as they remain defenseless. Like, you know, Back 4 Blood. You fucking idiot. No ping or way to communicate with no mic. Okay, there is no direct ping in Left 4 Dead. But if you point at an ammo pile, your characters will say it's there. Can't do that in Back 4 Blood. Your teammates actually have to listen and make their way there. You know, teamwork. But no way to communicate with no mic? Bro, the vocalizer wheel and the text chat, did you even play the fucking game? I was defiantly viewing Left 4 Dead through rose-tinted glasses. God, this post better be a rage bit. But then again, after browsing the subreddit, I sadly think they were being serious. Okay, a couple more brain-dead moronic ticks, and we'll wrap things up here. Left 4 Dead 2 is much better in polish and user experience. which is correct. But I must be wrong because, lol, this is such a lie. Left 4 Dead 2 is the furthest thing from polished. It's still not even as polished as Left 4 Dead 1. Left 4 Dead 2 still feels like a beta. It must hurt being this absolutely dumb, right? It should actually be illegal to say idiotic statements like this. I played Left 4 Dead 2 for 10 years, and I honestly can't tell you a specific convo the characters had. They almost never talk in-game. Wrong! How does it feel to be actually so completely wrong in a statement? Like, it actually has to be embarrassing, right? Either they didn't play the game, which is likely, or they never played the game, which is more likely. This is actually just straight up misinformation. Apologies for this shit, Mike, but they could also just have only played for like 15 minutes. That's another possibility. God, these people are dumb. Right, okay, one more dumbass Redditor's opinion, I promise. Are you saying that Left 4 Dead didn't have a story? Because they both do. They both do. It's not the greatest story ever, but I mean, it's functional. Unfortunately, bullshit. In the entirety of Left 4 Dead 2, you learn nothing and nothing happens. You know nothing about the virus really, you know nothing about the world, there are no characters other than the survivors, there are no story arcs, there is no progression, it's just a series of A to B trips to get someone to save you. The only character other than the survivors is Virgil, the boat captain whose entire story is, I'm tying to save survivors, is the most fleshed out NPC of the game. You probably didn't even know he had a name before reading my comment, lol. Actually, I did know it, because the game is fucking good. And they say his name out loud because the characters are actually worth listening to. Dumbass. At the end of it at the parish, there are some faint hints that could have become story had they done anything with it. The idea of immunity, the idea of humanity surviving on cruise ships, then bombing the city, etc. Finally, after playing through the entire game, you arrive at something that might be called the start of a story if you're generous. But Valve ceased supporting Left 4 Dead 2 with any new content, and so it ended there with no revelations, and nothing happening, and no characters, and no story content. Left 4 Dead 2 is a game as a video game, the thinnest bullshit of logic to tie each level together. Calling what it has a story is an insult to all stories out there, and most of what little lore exists is from an outside the game comic book or straight up fan theory. Work on your grammar, please. Thought I was bad with my grammar. Edit. God, you know what's good. Edit. Yo, all you downvoters, I love the actual game of Left 4 Dead 2 itself, but that's exactly why I don't need it to be the things it's not. A story is one of the things it's not. Y'all want a downvote? How about y'all write the riveting story of Left 4 Dead 2 as a response to my comment in counterpoint? What story is present in the game? Don't just say I'm wrong, prove me wrong if you think I am. No fan theories, no comics, no developer comments taken readily out of context. What is the story in the game? Before I continue, the person below actually did put out the story, but of course he actually proved it wrong, so he just coped about it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why games nowadays have characters point at the camera and say out loud what is going on, what they're feeling, and what you're supposed to do during a puzzle multiple times. It's because of people like this, who have no idea about environmental storytelling and need everything spelled out for them on a spoonful of SpaghettiOs. Sure, Left 4 Dead 2 doesn't have the best story ever, but it doesn't even need to. And calling whatever the hell Back 4 Blood story is a story is an insult to all stories out there. I've been Back 4 Blood like 4 to 5 times now. I have over 80 hours in this game, and I couldn't even begin to tell you what the story is or what is even going on. In fact, I guess you can say that you learn nothing and nothing happens. You know nothing about the virus really, you know nothing about the world. There are no characters other than the survivors, there are no story arcs, there is no progression. It is a game-ass video game with the thinnest bullshit of logic to tie each level together. How fucking ironic. Imagine getting destroyed in your own pursuit to shit on the predecessor that is the sole reason why your beloved shitty zombie game exists. 80 hours in this game, and I only found out that the ridden are caused by the devil worm parasite. And that's because I read it on the wiki, not actually knowing about it when playing the damn game. I didn't even need to go on the wiki to know about the green fluid Left 4 Dead, or your comment about knowing about Virgil the boat, you fuck. I just played the game, because the characters are worth a shit to listen to, and are well written. So yeah, this subreddit sucks. The redditors are all in copium, using sunk cost fallacy and bullshit arguments to defend a zombie game that is objectively worse in every way than the predecessors. Look, it's fine to have different opinions. If you like Back 4 Blood, then that's your opinion. It is your opinion after all. If you don't like Left 4 Dead 1 or 2, that's also fine and dandy, but to delude yourself into thinking that everyone who criticizes Back 4 Blood is just a brain-dead Left 4 Dead fanboy and that the game is a cinematic masterpiece, that thread, that meme, is also unironic. Fuck me, just so sad. There have been plenty of brain dead takes that I haven't even shown here. If you need to have a good laugh, just visit r/back4blood. There's plenty of where that comes from. I know this took a sharp turn, and this is probably just as long as my previous segment on the game, and I do apologise. This subreddit just pisses me off, and I will not be visiting it again anytime soon. Well, at least until the Back 4 Blood 2 trailer drops. Only good nugget was this redditor Roricon who helped us beat Act 1 finale at Nightmare. Thank you, you absolute saints. Please let me suck your dick. After that, we just took a break from the game. But after a while, we decided to come back in May to give it another playthrough in Nightmare, because we were just so bored at the time. Maybe this time, after calming down, I would look past my frustration and look at this game with a fresh mind. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we just sucked actually. And that this time we would lock in and realize that this game maybe wasn't complete garbage. It was a cinematic masterpiece. Another playthrough and some Trials of the Worm done, and that was that. Over 80 hours in Back 4 Blood. So in conclusion, is Back 4 Blood actually worth no? And those could be really hard to the casuals. This one gets me. Example, Chernobyl, Glubtastic. What? Why did he list Glubtastic? Just...
Even I point out hard maps on purpose.
Yeah, I never even played Chernobyl because that shit crashes apparently. But Glubtastic, you could have, out of all the custom maps you could have you chose an intentionally hard map. What the fuck?
Glubtastic's a troll map as well.
Yeah, so. Don't play the troll maps. Dumbass. That's my problem with the subreddit, is that you criticize the game and they're just like, you're just bad, you're just a fanboy. It's so embarrassing.
But people are allowed to criticize. I criticize the fuck out of Titanfall and I love it.
Yeah.
I could point out like 10 things that I don't like about Titanfall, and people would probably agree with me.
Definitely. Redditors are definitely the worst for like, because you give criticism, you're like you're just a hater and you just don't like it. So you know how you can like penetrate zombies through and it can just fucking shoot along doors, which is like the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
Well, it increases the difficulty, and I prefer this over Left 4 Dead, where you just spray like a monkey. See, I feel like if the doors weren't fucking positioned, there was.
You're not spraying like a monkey in Left 4 Dead because you can tell what is alarmed and what isn't very clearly.
Yeah, you can also like slow down, you know, crouch. You know, take your time. Like he clearly just goes in, sprays and I'm like, what the fuck?
Shoots at Red in the security door 100 meters behind it. You dumb bitch. Yeah.
It's so true. But this guy, he really didn't like that meme. So.
Yeah, but see, you have to spray like a fucking monkey to get anywhere though in Back 4 Blood, because they keep spawning shit on top of you, so you don't get to breathe.
Definitely. I was recording no hope footage, and like I died within 10 seconds. I get it's the highest difficulty, but like I just started. It's crazy. Okay, so here's the comment. You and everyone else complaining about a legitimate mechanic as bullshit is some immature ass whiny kid shit. I get it. You fuck up.
Okay, just replay that clip of me saying that everything looks the fucking same. Everything just fucking blends in. I'm leaving it to the bots to ping all the important shit. Like, I can't even lie to you. You can't fucking tell what is alarmed and what isn't.
Daniel, you just need to open up your fucking eyes and just look ahead of your target.
But when your eyes are open, you can't fucking see anything.
So I made a Left 4 Dead 1 gif where Francis, Left 4 Dead gif where Francis fucking ran over Rochelle. You don't see that for Back 4 Blood. Like, the game is like over 15 years old and people still talk about it. They still create new shit about it. So I don't understand this whole thing, but like, oh, the Back 4 Blood characters are just better.
See, nobody remembers this fucking game for something good because it was never good. Can we go back to the stereotypes thing? See, Doc's voice lines, half of them were just related to doctor things, not even her. Yeah, that's her entire personality. Ellis was a shallow stereotype stapled together with stories of Keith. I love Ellis, he's hilarious and fun as hell, but he's not a well-written, three-dimensional character. Hoffman and Mom are. No, bro, no. I don't read the rest of it. No, I really, please, I really want to read the rest of it. Alright, fine. But I'm gonna hold the fucking point of my Ellis after. If you just want some laughs,
Alice has got you covered in spades. If if you want actual relevant characters with a soul, then Back 4 Blood does an infinitely better job.
No.
I suppose it comes down to preference. Both are good. No.
If you have a listen to Alice's voice lines out,
Yeah.
especially during Dark Carnival about the band,
Yeah.
there's voice lines about him saying, "These guys have saved my life more than once."
Yeah.
And you wouldn't really think that Alice would be depressed in his past because of the way he is in the game.
Like I never really thought about that line.
Yeah, but if you do think about the line, there's a hidden meaning to it. Back 4 Blood story would be good if it started at the start of the
Yeah,
collapse. You know, like Left 4 Dead 2
Definitely.
or Left 4 Dead 1, for fuck's sake.
I mean, yeah, we're definitely launched into the characters in Left 4 Dead games, but you know they build upon that because you know they didn't do cutscenes for those games, but for this game they do cutscenes. Like you're instantly brought into the characters, you know, straight on.
There's no context for the characters.
Yeah, no
Like,
context.
You barely get any context.
Damn it. You know jack shit about all that. I like Coach a lot too, but he's also an empty shell, a 2D cardboard.
He just said go play the fucking beta trailer for Left 4 Dead 2. Play the beta trailer, and you will see that Coach has lost his family. He's lost his granny at least, or his mum.
Yeah.
And you can hear that in the trailer because he talks about his mum telling him to become a praying man and to pray harder.
Last time I saw my grandmother, she asked me was I still a praying man. I told her, yes ma'am. Well, she says, pray harder. Cause it ain't working.
But
What did they say about Coach again? What are his goals? Repeat
okay,
that
what
one.
what are Coach's fears, hopes, dreams, and
Or
goals?
Coach's fears.
Fears, hopes, dreams, and goals. What's his state
His
of mind?
hope is to get his team to safety. The people he's with right now, his hopes are to, you know, live through the whole thing.
Yeah.
His fears probably dying.
Yeah.
Losing his team.
Is he going through anything at the minute? What's his past? You know jack shit
They're
about
going
all
through
that.
something, but they can't. They don't have time. They need to get this.
Yeah, they gotta get going to the fucking, you know, rescue.
Evacuation, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but really, we know all of that about Mom and Hoffman. They're not empty shells. Every layer you go down reveals a new layer of their character.
Oh.
I just want to know if we played the same game here, because what the fuck do you mean layers of Mom? What layers?
Paper fucking mache layers, that's what it is.
Yeah. I guess Hoffman, like, I know that he's a conspiracy theorist. That's all I know.
He's a conspiracy theorist and he tripped his fucking teacher up at school.
Yes, the backpack. It's actually so bad. Characters aren't given choices that would affect their psyche throughout the game, like in the Walking Dead video game.
What? What?
Yep.
The Walking Dead video game is supposed to be like that though.
Yeah. He really did just compare Left 4 Dead to a Telltale game.
What? What?
When I first read that, I couldn't stop laughing.
Those are they're two different completely fucking games though.
Fucking Christ, no wonder you deleted your account. This is embarrassing.
Oh fuck.
Coach will remember that.
What, yeah, and all of a sudden it affects how the bot behaves. It just, he won't revive you anymore.
Yeah.
That's it, he just stops.
He just stops talking to you after that.
A load of shit.
Oh my
People
god.
think before they fucking, like, hype shit.
So this guy said here.
I've read, like, the first 5 words and I'm immediately thinking, like, is thinking really that fucking hard?
Yeah. So Redditor said, "Are you saying the Left 4 Dead didn't have a story because they both do?"
Right, okay, so Back 4 Blood story is worm happens, get MacGuffin, fix
That's
problem.
literally what it said in the fucking scripts. Like, nothing happens
Like-
in the story. I pretty much. I mean,
Fix MacGuffin with 2D fucking explosions.
yeah, yeah. I didn't even know that. You know, it was caused by scientists. Had to look that in the wiki. Meanwhile, I knew, but the green flu. You know.
You know, when I actually think about it, I don't think the devil worm is mentioned one single fucking time.
That's the thing. That's why I didn't know it was called the Devil Worm, because I don't think they ever fucking said it out loud. I mean, I played this for 87 hours. I've never even heard them say it once. That's how shit the fucking like characters and dialogue is. You know nothing about the virus, really. Yeah, because the virus started. You know nothing about the world.
You know nothing because it's not well documented. Yeah. Because it's 2 weeks after the infection. Even if you like go into the parish, right?
Yeah.
It's the last mission. You sit there and listen to the people on the radio after you interact with them.
Hey, those are soldiers. Let's let them know we're here.
Yo, somebody ought to pick up that radio.
Somebody want to grab that radio?
Confirm West Bank is clear. Over. West Bank is clear, Rescue 7. Sector is clear. Over. Negative. We are seeing.
Is somebody gonna pick up the radio?
Rescue 7, are you seeing Whiskey Delta or friendly? Over. Unclear. Whiskey Delta or friendly? Over. Propagator, we're not sure. We're seeing.
Somebody pick up the radio.
Personnel of small arms fire. What is our current ROE? Over. Rescue 7, all lost lands are accounted for. Targets should be considered hostile.
They're talking about us.
Only prosecute targets that are a clear threat. Over. Roger, Propagator. All personnel on floating LZ. Clear for last buzzard run. Over. Affirmative, Rescue 7. Keep the bridge deck clear. Last buzzard run will start in 15 minutes. Out. Affirmative, out.
Hey, you got people on the bridge.
Rescue 7. That's coming from the bridge. Last buzzard. Stand down. Stand down. Bridge. Who is this?
My name's Nick. There's 4 of us on the west end of the bridge.
Yep, he didn't even do that. Don't even bother. He did not do that.
I did that one time. I've heard stuff like that. It's actually crazy how much they say.
I did too.
What fucking NPCs are there in fucking Back 4 Blood? The green army
Phillips.
dudes, and that's it. General just generic fucking army guy.
General Phillip, Dr. Roger. Technically the survivors in the like that shop.
That's not fucking fleshed out. If Whitaker or what is if Virgil's the most fleshed out character, then those guys aren't even fucking characters.
But here's the thing, Danny, you probably didn't even know he had a name before reading my comment, lol.
He tells you his name! He tells you his name in Horde Rain. He tells you in Horde Rain, and if you have subtitles on, it tells you his name.
Yeah, and it's not like there's a horde going on, you can't hear it. Like, he fucking tells you on the radio.
And it's also clear as day because there's no zombies yet. Wow, what a surprise.
Wow. Okay. I was only the first spot paragraph. It's fucking gather.
Can we maybe talk about the point that we make a MacGuffin to end the zombies? We don't even know what's in it or what it does. It just like what makes them take more damage. It doesn't even kill them.
It's a blue gas thing that kills zombies. But I don't know. Maybe Dr. Rogers has like deep layers that we need to uncover, like that mom. And you know a post is good when it ends with an edit. Edit. Yo, are you down, voters? I love the actual game of Left 4 Dead 2 itself. But that's exactly why.
I like how they try to recover. Oh, I love Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you can love something and criticize it, but...
That's me with Titanfall. When you get to play Titanfall, I'm going to point out some shit I don't like.
Yeah. These people won't ever say it because they get down for it and like, oh no. Bad logic. Rescue Chopper requires a pyrotechnics show to notice you because apparently all the gunfire, explosion, flames, and entire amusement park, including roller coasters that come to life, is just too damn subtle, etc.
It's almost like the finale of Dark Carnival is an evacuation center as talked about by the survivors.
Yeah, but...
Which is why they are going to the concert.
Yeah, but this guy... this guy said he writes essays, and he's on Reddit, so I don't believe him. Lol, this is such a lie. Left 4 Dead 2 is the furthest thing from being polished. It's still not even as polished as Left 4 Dead 1.
Didn't I just fucking, like, combust during a finale for no reason? What? Explosion? What explosion? Oh my fucking god. I randomly just combusted.
What the fuck? Yep.
And this is like the final game?
Yep. This is all the updates. Left 4
see.
Dead 2 is just better at babying bad players. If you're actually good at the game, you really don't need a team.
Yes, because that is called a skill ceiling and skill expression.
Yep.
It's like me in Titanfall. I can carry the whole fucking team in my bank because I'm good at the game.
Even if the entire team is good, you can't fight against the poorly designed levels and the director fucking you over. Like, we played online a couple of times with real people, and they were decent. We kept losing more than the idiotic bots. We've been John and Daniel, and we'll see you on the next episode. Fuck Back 4 Blood subreddit.